Is he getting a fine, is he? Is he getting a fine? Oh. He's just asking for help, is he? He's just asking for help, is he?
No, he's her boyfriend.
Okay. Why is the attitude changed anyway?
Ours?
Yeah, yours, yeah.
You didn't approach me hostile like last time.
How did I approach you hostile last time? I was across the road.
Yeah, you crossed the road and says to me, wait till my CPN is over, Adrian. Fuck you. That's what you did.
That is not what I said, actually.
That's what you did, man.
I did stick my finger up at you, but I never said wait till my CPN is over, Adrian. No, I'd have come to you 3 days ago when it. If I said that, I'd have come to you 3 days ago when it ran out.
Nice.
Wouldn't I?
Basically, I don't look for grief with you, mate.
No, but you say my name in public. You say that you said that you. Nah, I'm not talking to you. You said that you obtained my name from the police for personal. Yeah, for personal reasons.
I'll just put mine on, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Please do. Don't make sure you don't delete that because I'll be requesting a copy. All right. But you said to me last time that you obtained my details from the police for your own personal reasons, didn't you?
Well, no comment on that.
But you did say that though. Like,
I can't recall that.
Do you want me to show you yourself saying it? You're on my YouTube channel saying it. Would you like me to show you?
Oh yeah, personal reason, meaning you interrupt my work, giving people fake legal advice.
No, but that's a work reason. I said, was it for a work reason? And you said no. You said it was for a personal reason.
I didn't report this. It wasn't.
No. But you said it was for a personal reason. Like you tried to make me afraid of you.
Oh, I made a mistake.
No, you didn't make a mistake. What you mean is you got caught on camera and now you regret saying it.
No, I don't think so, man.
I reckon, because really and truly, we're all human beings, right? And what I'm saying to other people, yeah, like you chose to have a job, right, where when you go and exercise your job, you're bound to rub people the wrong way. Much like my job, I choose to go and record people, which I know sometimes they don't like. So I expect to be spoken to as if I'm doing something wrong, as should you. So when a member of the public comes up to another member of the public and says, actually, if you're unaware, because you guys don't tell them they have the opportunity to pick them up, pick the cigarette butts up. No, but the law says we could get, like, I don't want to split hairs with you, but we could get the law up now, and the law says one commits an offence when they drop litter on the floor and leave it.
Okay,
so if they pick it up, like if you give them the option to pick it up.
Can I tell you what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Bristol's mayor, Marvin, he put in progress no tolerance policy for littering, which means.
But he can't just change the law.
No, he can't.
He can.
He cannot.
He has to go. Do you know? No, he can't, because the legislation has to go through Parliament. It's an act of Parliament. It has to go through various sit-ins and committee meetings. Do you know this?
Legislation.
I've no longer been here, so.
No. But I mean, just genuinely, do you think that the mayor of Bristol can? But either way, whoever it is, do you think that the mayor of a town can change legislation? Parliament enacted legislation. The mayor can't change that. So he might want it to be that way, but he can't change the law. Fact still remains, if somebody drops a cigarette butt on the floor... No, but listen, I will do. But I like that you knew what it was, though. I respect that. That means you've watched the videos. But if you're gonna do this job, then you have to give people all the information. Otherwise, Adrian, they're going to hate you, because they're going to be like, oh, do you know what, this guy, he does this, that and the other, he doesn't tell us the whole thing.
I realize that people give me positive reviews after I issue them penalties. They actually say
listen, look, you can't come off it. So you're trying to tell me that you work for a third-party company, right? So you're trying to tell me that you go up to somebody, you rob them, and they say thank you.
Well, not rob them. I actually issue penalties for dropping litter. So.
Yeah, but you issue penalties with 3GS's fee attached to it. You don't issue the standard penalty.
Wait, I don't.
No, I'm not saying it's you personally. I'm not saying it's you personally. What the point I'm trying to get is if you choose, it's like if you choose to do the job
but
where.
Explain to me, why do you unload at me if you know?
I don't unload at you.
Anything,
I don't unload at you.
But you're auditing me here, yeah, and
no. I'm not. Now we're having a conversation. You see, when you're dealing with members of the public, of course I'm going to come over and record. They're my people, like they're your people. We're all members of the public first, before our job, before we get up in the morning and we put our clothes on. We are all people. We're all the same. Every single one of us, right? What I'm trying to say is, if you put a uniform on, you work for a company that is well known for not being the nicest or best company around and a company that actually does exploit the general public, if you choose to work for that company, which is your right, I don't judge you as a person, but once you are a representative of that company, I can't respect you in your current position because you're working for that company. Much like, I don't know, there might be something you don't like. Say you don't like McDonald's, for example, right? And you just don't like McDonald's because they do this, that, and the other. Every time you see someone in a McDonald's uniform, you're going to think, oh, fuck's sake, McDonald's, man. I hate McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? Whether you say anything or not, you're going to think it.
Well,
Exactly, and that's my point. Because everybody's different. So when I see something happening, I think I don't like that. Wesley, I say something. Other people don't.
But the thing with the legislation is, if somebody drops the leaflet, yeah, let's say cigarette, and they willingly walk off from it, making their way to shopping or wherever, yeah, that shows for the Bureau of the Food is that they have no intention of picking it up in the first place.
I understand your point, but that's a technicality, isn't it? So you see, like the environmental laws, yeah, they're not designed to make money. They're designed to keep our planet clean. So if you see somebody drop a cigarette butt on the floor, and hear me a second, Adrian. They drop a cigarette butt on the floor. There's a cigarette butt there. Now you could have fined that person for dropping that exact cigarette butt. You could have fined them, right?
Yeah.
But how does that fine you issued them stop that cigarette butt from being on the floor?
Well,
Wait, let me just finish. One last sentence, right? My point is surely the best thing for our environment, you're an environmental enforcement officer, the best thing for our environment is for that cigarette butt to not be on the floor.
That's why we have people wearing orange with bristles waist, coming here about 3 times a day and sweeping the floor.
Exactly. But then you don't need both. Either they can get swept up or they can get fined.
So my point is, like, instead of auditing me, I can change that. I can change anything. I'm in here doing a certain
But you
job.
can change it though, Adrian.
I
You
can
could change
change the
it.
job.
You could
The
do
only
this.
thing I can change.
No, you could do this, Adrian, right? You see the next time you see somebody drop a cigarette butt on the floor, you could go up to them and say, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir, I just saw you drop a cigarette butt on the floor. Would you mind going and pick it back up? Because if you don't go and pick it back up, I'm going to have to fine you.
But this is not the policy of the company.
No, I know, but that's the point I'm trying to say. The company can't just change the law. The law says that you have to give the person the opportunity to pick it up.
That's why we should go to people above me and ask those questions.
But they're never going to change it, are they?
Just
It takes people on the ground level.
Ask these questions to people who actually can change something.
It takes direct action, though. I mean, you have to look at it this way, Adrian, because with all due respect, like, you're not English, so if it wasn't for like freedom of movement and civil rights, you wouldn't be here. But you're here working a job that takes away people's civil rights and freedoms.
I don't see it like that.
But it is like that because they're allowed to pick it up. The law says if you drop litter and leave it, then you can get fined. The law says that. I agree with you, right? But the crux is if they leave it, you have to give somebody the opportunity to pick it up. Just because it's not in your company's policy. Think about the Nazis in Germany back in the day, yeah? All them Jews that got killed because they were following orders. Do you know what I mean? If somebody told you to go and do something and you knew it was against the law, you wouldn't do it, Adrian. So just because you're unaware of it doesn't mean to say that you can't go and educate yourself and be like, actually, do you know what? Although the company's not great, I can be better.
But still, I have to do what my job role describes. You know, I can go out of my job role.
So your job role is what you're saying to me is, with all due respect, 3GS tell you not to give somebody the opportunity to pick the cigarette butts back up.
Because in Bristol, Mayor said total tolerance policy for littering, yes.
So you're going on record saying that the reason why you don't give people the opportunity to pick up their cigarette is because Marvin Rees says that you're not to give people the opportunity to pick up their litter.
I just do my job description.
But is that what you're saying there?
When people walk off, they didn't know better, just dropped the litter,
Yeah.
I think they deserve punishment. In Poland, where
But
I'm
you
from,
just
mate, people always got fined, even for drinking in public.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
hear
allowed
that.
to do it.
I hear that.
And nobody complains over there, you know, people pay fines and they
Because
just
it's
live
always
further.
been that way.
Yeah.
But it hasn't always been this way
But
here.
it's supposed to, because it teaches people better manners.
But
like,
it doesn't, though, does it?
Mate, this is our common.
You know, like, have you got
common
kids?
ground, yeah? No.
Okay, I got kids, right? So if my daughter or my son does something wrong, right, I don't fine them or take away their toys or punish them because they don't know. They're still learning.
But they're your
I
kids.
show them.
I'm not the father to these people.
No, you're not, but you are their brother and you're their brother and they're your sister. We're all fellow man.
But they should know better, mate. The beans aren't here to use them. It's not like we lack beans, you know. They're there for 20 meters to use them. It's just people's.
Do you know what 3GS should do? You should hand out. You can get them online, right?
Pocket ashtrays.
Little pocket ashtrays.
Give out them, yeah.
So where are they now then?
Right now we run out because the company is sending us new. But last week we've been giving them to people.
But there's no prevention. Like I say all the time, prevention is better than cure. Yeah. So, and that's why I say give somebody an opportunity to pick it up, because really and truly, if you're doing it for the job and not just the paycheck, then what should be in your heart is having that cigarette butt not be on the floor. And by finding somebody, the cigarette butt's still on the floor. The only thing is one member of the public is now, how much to charge them? £65? £65. So one person. Yeah, but even still, it's £65. Could you afford to lose £65 just because?
If I make a mistake, I just take the responsibility like a man, you know. Like
so if you make a mistake and I see you make a mistake, I'm allowed to punish you rather than correct you and show you the right way to do it.
If the legal rights are
but you know, an eye for an eye, everyone would be blind.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm not taking an eye. I'm issuing a penalty.
Yeah, but this is for what though? For something that can be rectified. Now, if it was like a broken window or something that would cost money to clean or fix, I'd get it.
That's a criminal damage. That's police.
Yeah, no, I know that, but
Ask you a question.
yeah, you can.
What would you do if somebody spat on the floor?
If somebody spat on the floor?
Because that's an offence as well to spit.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? I don't want to. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate or anything, but you see, like spitting. Although I think spitting's disgusting, I think that's kind of like that's a young person's thing, and I feel like majority of adults, if they spit, you know what it's like to have like a bit of phlegm at the back of your throat or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So, but well, this is what I mean. Like I spit sometimes, but if you ever see me, I walk to the gutter and I spit. Now, and I appreciate people spitting on the floor. It's disgusting. I get that.
Imagine your kid is walking down, trips over, and falls in someone's saliva. That's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, that is disgusting. That is disgusting.
Urinating on the street as well.
Yeah, well, come on. Some people have nowhere to pee, and I don't actually think peeing outside. If you find like a secluded, I don't actually see a problem with that. There's a lot of homeless people down here. Do you know what I mean?
I've been a smoker for about 13 years. I'm not smoking no more.
Yeah,
I've always been taking my cigarettes to bin or have something on me to put them in because my dad told me better not to leave.
No, I appreciate that.
And everybody should be like that.
I appreciate that, but you said it earlier on. Not everybody's the same. And you see, the moment we start expecting people to act how we would expect, that's when we get into trouble. And that's when we end up getting into altercations and stuff like that.
If somebody is in financial problems, struggling financially, or get support from the council, yeah, they can attach the documents to the council.
Yeah, but what?
And the penalty gets cancelled.
Have you ever felt anxiety or depression or anything? Have you ever been in a position where you physically can't do something? So it's like one of them times when I come down here, yeah, there was a guy with a girl and their baby, and I took them away in there. And do you know when I got in there, the girl burst out crying because that babe, I'll cut it out. That baby she had was one of a twin, and they were going to the hospital. But you were trying to find them for dropping a cigarette. But no, wait a minute. I know it's your job, but this is what I'm talking about at the beginning. A bit of humanity, a bit of humility. Do you know what I mean? And like try to understand someone's situation because everybody is different.
Me as an officer, I have no discretion, which means I cannot make a decision about letting off the penalty.
But you do have discretion on whether you issue it to somebody. You do, because you have eyes, Adrian. And if you see something, like you know when you see someone drop a cigarette butt, have you ever yourself actually picked it up and put it in the bin? Because you don't really care about the environment then. Otherwise,
it's not my job role. Because I know that
your job role is to enforce the environment and keep a clean environment.
We have people from Bristol City Waste, which are basing right on the car park behind these buildings here. Yeah. You've seen them sweeping the floor.
Yeah, and they're here to clean up. Yeah. And this is why I get confused. So if you have people here to clean up, why do you have people to fine? Because it's going to get cleaned up anyway. Just to get money out of people.
It reduces the litter. If people get fined, then the next cigarette they think what to do with it.
No, but they don't think because they're smoking. It's like a secondary reaction. Like you smoked for years, you said, and you stopped smoking now. How many times did you get halfway down a cigarette and be like, oh, I didn't even realise lighting it, or I don't want this? It's just habit. So when people smoking and they're walking along, they're smoking, they could be talking. It's just habit. They might, like the NHS worker over there. She even asked you if she could pick it up. You're on, it's not you actually, it's the other two guys. But they're on camera saying, no, you're not allowed to pick it up.
I usually say to people, if you want, you can go back and pick it up, but you still have to issue the penalty.
Why though?
Regardless, because that's the...
But they haven't left it.
But
Somebody's calling it.
Yeah,
no, do you think? Walks off, and leave the litter behind them, that's where legislation closes.
Yeah.
And picking it up doesn't solve the offence
No, but it does though. Have you actually read, genuinely, and I'm not taking a piss, have you actually read the legislation that you enforce?
Yeah.
You have. But if you have, you would know that by picking it up, there's no crime.
Yes, but the difference is that in Bristol there's no tolerance from...
Let me ask you, but... Come on, man,
Mate,
AJ.
I'm doing what I'm told. I'm working, I'm at work.
The Nazis did what they were told. Does that make it right? all I'm saying to you is, like, you have an opportunity here, Adrian, you know? Like, I know, like, you have an opportunity, the next time you see someone drop a cigarette, you could be like, actually, do you know what? Let me just see if I can get them to pick it up. Let me actually clear it, because whether you find them or not, you get paid, right? Or do you get commission?
No commission.
See? So it makes sense for you, rather than to dish out fines, you can keep the environment clean,
Yes,
and you can have people keep their money. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, like every year.
Do you know exactly? But yet you guys are out here. Somebody could drop a cigarette now. They could be on their way to Christmas shopping. They could have £100 in their pocket, single parent, be like, right, let me go and get my kids presents while I get my benefit money today. Drop a cigarette on accident, get fined by you, and boom, kids got no Christmas.
I think if people are struggling financially, they shouldn't be
But
smoking cigarettes.
oh, come on, man. Everybody's allowed their luxury, right? If we went through life without having luxuries because we couldn't afford them, we would have depression instead. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're allowed to have our
I
luxuries.
get what you're saying.
Do you know
but
what I mean?
still, if you want to fight the system,
I'm not trying to fight the system. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to appeal to your better nature. Because let's face it, Adrian, let's be honest. If I was to go to the council house now and try and speak to Marvin Rees, he wouldn't speak to me. He'd call the police on me. Everything would happen for him to not have a conversation with me. The only way for we as the people to make a change is to speak to people at ground level, which is why I speak to you rather than Martin, whatever his name is.
Even we get assistance from the police, they well aware that about the legislation. And
Yeah, I
if somebody
know.
walks off, then we have to issue the penalty.
Yeah, no, but
even when
that's,
people pick it up.
that's because the police officers are just third-party revenue enforcement nowadays. Like the fact that you rang the police on me the other day because I took a picture and she wanted to arrest me when I'm allowed to take a picture. She didn't even ask me what happened. That just shows that because a third-party company called, she just believed you without doing her due diligence and effecting a prompt and investigation, right?
I said to her to check on her phone about your CPN, and I just wondered if you're allowed to take pictures in town.
Yeah, I'm allowed to take pictures. Here's the thing though, Adrian, like, you shouldn't be ringing the police. Like, you're not.
You called the
no,
police.
Listen.
Remember?
No. That the first time I did. The second time you called the police when I took a picture of you.
Yeah,
And they drove past.
Because you said I was.
I think you were here as well. Yeah, but you did because you were stood over there when I came in. Oh, so you were stood there, and then when I went round there, you stood over there by the Sainsbury's. The only reason you walked round there was because I went round there, and you didn't like that I stuck my finger up at you.
Is my face on that camera?
Probably, yeah.
Can you delete it?
Can you blur it because he was in the army? He can get videos.
Why is that? What you got to hide?
I was in the army, mate.
Can you blur my face then? I'll blur. He's recording, no?
Yeah, but it's not to public use.
So it's alright. I'll blur your face if you blur mine.
It's like, mate, I don't want you always to get the police because I have my face.
Get the police involved?
Yeah, because
For what?
Because my face can't be seen
But
for certain things.
get the police involved for what?
Because you take pictures of me and I'm not giving
But I'm out. I'm out in public. I'm allowed to take pictures. And plus, as well, how long we've been talking here?
Yeah, I know, but
No, but
don't like
one
to
second.
interrupt you.
I know. But we've been talking here for about 15 minutes. And when I first came over, I said that I was going to record. You had ample opportunity to.
Like, I just seen it done like.
Well, just like you might happen to be in my shot. Sorry about that. You're welcome to walk away there, like you did earlier. It's fine. I'm not going to follow you or anything. But what was I saying just then? I forgot. I think I was talking about Christmas, like, and I was saying that you got you guys, but it's not just you two now. It seems like now that the Christmas period is coming, there's teams of you. Do you know what I mean? And like you say about the guys who clean up as well.
There's supposed to be 10 officers. There's 6 of them.
All I'm saying, Adrian, is like, you see the next time you see someone drop a cigarette, maybe just one person, just for me. Just be like, do you know what, actually, let me not find this person because I don't know what they're going through. Let me just ask them to pick it up. Just one. Just do one person.
You don't know me or my consciousness.
No, I don't, but I'm trying to appeal to it now.
If you ask people around town about me, they see me every day, they speak to me every day.
The thing is,
you will
right,
have a better picture.
the thing is, right, we've had a few interactions. I thought you was rude to me, but if I'm honest with you, you have honest eyes. I pride myself on being quite a good judge of people, yeah? So I don't think you're an asshole. I don't. I just think that the way you deal with people sometimes, you could be a little bit more human about it.
But there again, I'm telling you, this is job. After job, I can come back to being myself and judging everything by my own book. But when I'm working, I have to stick to the code.
But what happens, like, what happens if you I mean, would you find one of your friends, for example?
No, that's... Obviously, if they didn't do it in front of me, I would have to, because I have to treat everybody equally. I'm an officer. At the end of the day, he can choose who I'm going to issue or who I want to issue. You know me?
I would, yeah. Well, I'd like to hear that.
So this is the officer's duty. You have to treat everybody equally. You can't pick and choose.
All right, fair enough.
So if this is my friend or is it somebody I live with, even like if that happened in front of me in town and I'm on duty, I have to issue.
We're just having a conversation, man.
Have I talked to you?
No, but we're having. There's no need to be rude.
He's not being rude at the moment. No, okay. I'm just saying.
So you're telling him he can't have a conversation with me? You can't tell him what to do. If he wants to have a conversation with me, he's allowed to. We're actually having quite a good conversation. Public relations. I thought we were smoothing things over here, Adrian.
All right, Wesley. I'll talk to you some other time. You have a lovely
Don't you think that was bad though? Like I feel like we were sorting things out then.
I have no opinion on this whatsoever.
I can see it in your face though. And you, alright? I had to have a conversation with him. There he goes. Peace.